Hello, I'm Brian Lapham. I'm with Citizen State Bank. I've been with the bank for 4 years. I'm their internal auditor. I got the short end of the stick here. I'm one of the backroom people. I'm not the salesman of our savings, CDs, or loans, but I can tell you a little bit about them. My family, we've been here since the 80s. My brothers went to school here. I went to school here. My wife went to school here. We have a 2-year-old daughter and a almost a 3-year-old daughter and a 14-month-old son. My wife, she's a part-time teacher in Rosenberg. She used to work at KDISD as a teacher. She loved her job, but when children come along, you can't do things you like to do. But let's see, what else about me? Previously, I worked at another bank as a lender. So then Citizens called me up, hey, you want to be our internal auditor? Okay, that's different standpoint, but okay, I'll give it a try. So I've been there for 4 years, and I love it there. Good people to work with. Most of them, I went to school with their children, and they've been there for a long time. Some of them have been there 30 to 40 years. The longest person that's been there is, I don't know if y'all know Mary Goski. She's been there for over 50 years. Wow. So that's a long time. The bank has been in business since 1907. We started at, I guess it's Twisted Willow. It's what y'all are familiar with right now. That's where we started. And then in the 60s, we built a bank where we are now at Main Street and 36. We've done a few remodels in the past. We're looking at doing another one here in the next few years. Products we have savings, CDs, checking accounts, real estate loans, construction loans, land loans. We do all of that. And that's about it. I don't know if y'all have any questions.
Brian, what do you do as an internal auditor?
As an internal auditor, I make sure that our lenders are following the FDIC guidelines, the government guidelines. I guess you could say red tape. Make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. We have examiners from the state and the FDIC. They come in every 18 months to examine the bank, either on assets or on lending, on deposits. They mainly look at my stuff. I make sure everybody else is doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'm not the CPA of the bank that's hired out by an external firm, so I don't do that. I mainly look at policies and procedures and make sure everybody's following the policies and procedures of the bank. Any other questions?
So do you handle everything from giving proper disclosure notices to actual truth in lending on a finance contract?
Right, when the lender makes a loan, there's different procedures, different disclosures you have to give out. I look at that, make sure they're giving the proper disclosures. There's some disclosures that you have to give out within a certain day, like 3 days, 7 days, whatever that may be. But I make sure that they're doing that. Same with when you open a new account, savings, checking, CDs. There's different disclosures there, so I look at that. And I have brochures on our account types at the door if y'all would like some of those. But like I said, I'm not the salesman of the bank. I'm the backroom guy. So I could talk compliance, I could talk safety and soundness, but I got the short end of the stick.
When the auditors do come in every 18 months, how long are they there typically, and how thorough are they going through?
Depending on how good a job I did and some of our external audits did, if the bank is following everything and there's really no findings on my audits, they're there maybe a week to 2 weeks. Now, sometimes you get rougher, tougher examiners from the FDIC that want to show their head honchos that they're doing a good job. Sometimes they'll be there 3 weeks, but we really haven't had that problem. Other banks have. Some of them have been there a month.
Wow.
So it just depends on how happy your examiner is when they get there and see your audits and see how everybody works together.
A good icebreaker is grab a small portable shredder, kick the door, or push the door open really hard and be out of breath and tell them you're here to help with the audit.
That's a good idea. Any other questions?
Who made the kolaches for you? They were superb.
Those are awesome.
That's one of our customers. She used to have a bakery in town.
She did some stuff for the chamber band for one year.
Yeah, I can give you her contact information later if you want. Other things about me, I'm on the Chamber Board, I'm on the Economic Development Corporation here in Sealy, and my oldest brother is a county judge, so you may know him more than you know me. He's the public speaker, so I'm not. I'm the short end. I'm the short guy, so.
Brian, who do you report to in the bank? What position? I'm not interested.
I'm supposed to be independent of the bank. The auditors are supposed to be independent. We're supposed to report to the audit committee, which is members of the board of directors.
Okay.
So even though some of my audits, I have communications with the president, with the different officers, I report to the audit committee. Yeah. So I'm supposed to stay independent of the bank.
Good.
Kind of
Yes.
change gears on you a little bit away from the bank, but as your duties with the economic development, and then I know you're also part of the downtown business owners group. Anything
Yes.
on the horizon as far as businesses for either economic development or anything of it? Something that the chamber would be interested in?
That's not that I know of yet. There are still things in the works. There's a non-binding disclosure. I can't tell information, but there are companies that are still interested in Sealy. There's still things that are happening in Sealy. Businesses are coming this way. And hopefully projects will be open soon. Y'all can get kolaches there too. What else? Any other questions?
Awesome.
If not, all right.
Thank you very much, Brian.